let's talk what really makes up a friendship.
Okay. Do you want to go first? I think
No,
you should
you
go
go
first.
right ahead. You go first.
All right. So for me with friendship, like I've started to see a lot of people use this, and I've used it sometimes, and I had to like tell myself that's not your friend, that's your acquaintance. And even with my wife, I tell her sometimes like that's not our friend. That's not a friend of ours. That's an acquaintance. And the reason why I say that is because we take things like, oh, I've seen you at the gym before, or multiple times, or we work in the same office. Um, and we call that person, oh, that's my friend. And it's like, well, to me, a friend is somebody you break bread with and you want to spend your time with outside of work. Like your the time that you would
Yeah.
reserve for yourself, personal time, or things of that nature, or you want to include into a venture, that would be friendship. To me, like when you just see somebody at the same spot y'all kind of have to be at, like when you see people at work, y'all all got to go to work. Like if you didn't show up for work, I'd be curious about where you at, but like we're here to work. I'm not grabbing beers with you and doing all that after we're trying to develop a friendship. I'm just seeing you at work, um, where we both have to be. Even at the gym, you know, you work at a place where you see people frequently. So some people might gravitate to you like, oh, I know Cam. He's a really good guy. He's my friend. And you're like, I don't see you outside of here. Like we don't have each other's numbers. Like if something were to happen to me, you'd be like, oh man, I just saw that guy last week. But like you wouldn't be at my funeral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I say people should take the like what really makes up friendship and kind of like think about what makes up friendship to you, because just because I add you to Facebook or I add you to Twitter or I add you to something doesn't make us friends. That just means we're acquaintances. Like that's not true friendship to me. Breaking bread, doing things together, like spending each other's time together, that makes us friends. But that's me. What's your take on it?
So Irv, you have a close knit circle is what you got. You got a circle, and that's your friend group. That's it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I respect it. Don't get me wrong, I respect it. I'm complete opposite.
Oh,
I'm complete opposite. If you follow BS Talk with Irvin Cam on Instagram, you my friend. you listen to this podcast and download it every single week. You my friend. I just have one of those things where it's like I consider a lot of people my friends now. I have a different tier list of friends. Does that make sense? So my
yes.
tier list is like I have my good friends. For instance, I have a buddy I hang out with outside of work, and he's like he goes above A tier. He's in the S tier of friends. You know what I mean? He's the S tier.
He's above A. He's
Yeah.
in the S tier.
S tier. I'm doing this basically off of League of Legends style, where they have above A tier. It's called S tiers. I don't know what it stands for. Maybe special for me, but anyhow, like Irv, you hit S tier. You're in the S tier. You're the guy. I'm like, you know what? I'm inviting Irv to my wedding. If you don't come, that's fine. I don't take a heartbreak. I'm not gonna be heartbroken over it. We save money on the food. That means, but and he saves money on the travel. So we're saving money. But you better send a gift.
Strong facts right there. Strong facts.
But like, I have different tiers. I would say of friendship. Like for instance, we've had Jaime on the show. Jaime's been on here, I think, once or twice. I consider him an S tier. We've had Bryson on the show. Bryson's an S tier, I think, in your category.
You call
right?
him Bryson?
Yeah, I always do that. I don't know why. I gotta stop that. I think I gotta stop that.
Like,
but that's why I didn't say he's an S tier for me. He's an S tier for you, but he falls in that B and A category for me because we are still getting to know each other more and more. Plus, I love when he comes on the show, so he's my friend. You see what I mean? I have different tier lists for my friendships. Now, if you're all interested, hit me up. I'll tell you what tier you are and how can you improve if you really are interested in that tier list.
Wait, did you say how to improve? There's an
if you want
improvement
to be
sheet.
higher up on the
I'll
tier
email
list,
it to you.
I'll tell you how you can improve that.
Do you send like an email? Like, here's how you like get to certain statuses.
No.
Text message.
It just happens.
Okay.
It just happens on its own.
It's organically.
It's organically. Like
All
for
right.
instance, my buddy Chris Vine and I up in Montana. He's from Ireland. Him and I maybe talk once a month. I consider him an S tier friend because he's gonna tell me like it is. And he told me the nicest thing I've ever said. He says, Cameron, every time you come into town, we haven't talked sometimes for months. You come into town, like we just pick up like where we last left off. And I was like, thank you for saying that. Thank you. And I consider that a good friend for noticing that. But it's kind of like that. That's where I have categories. Now, if you mean to me, you fall in that F tier of friendship. I don't if you don't follow us, even that C, maybe D tier.
This man is tripping, y'all.
All right. That's
but
enough.
that is fun. That is funny though. But I don't know if I have a tier system. I know we got to move to the next thing, but
Are you
I would
good?
say like I go with friends, I go with acquaintances, and then that's kind of how I leave it. And I should say friends and family fall between the same thing for me. Friends and family,
Yeah.
because I consider like you're part of my family. Like I would consider you
I
like
got
a
that
brother. You're
S
part of my
tier on
family.
Herb's list.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But like some people, I'm like, I don't know you that well. Like I met you through Kim one time. Like I consider you an acquaintance, bro. I'm gonna see you in the streets. I'm gonna give you a nod, a handshake or something, say hello. But I'm not finna run up on you and be like, my buddy, my boy, what's going on? I'll be like, hey man, how you doing? You good? All right, we'll keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I got you.
That's fair.